My first price target for Render in 2025 is $100. And of course, nothing I say is financial advice nor a guarantee. But why is that? It's because I think that Render is a very special project. I mean, we got to think about this, right? Render, it allows users to contribute unused GPU power to help projects render motion graphics and visual effects. And by the way, you take a look at GPU, it stands for Graphics Processing Unit. But even besides that point, these users who do again contribute their unused GPU power for these projects, they are awarded by way of something called the Render token. So yeah, I think that should be taken into consideration. And I think it's a genius concept in my opinion, because again, unused GPU power, it's not even being used anyways. So might as well just contribute it. You know what I mean? You know, it's even been stated that Render quite essentially simplifies the process of rendering and streaming 3D environments and other visual effects. Yeah, sounds very cool, but again, actually very amazing. There's actually substance there because, for instance, right, when it comes to Render, it's also focused on something called AI. Now, this right here could be massive despite a lot of the hype, you know, kind of not being there as of right now, because you take a look at, for instance, according to Grandview Research, the AI market is predicted to be worth nearly $2 trillion by 2030. I mean, caralho, porra. I mean, could you imagine that? 2030, I mean, we're so close to 2025 as of right now. This is insane to think about. When it comes to AI, man, I think that it could be so massive. And quite frankly, I think that this prediction is actually somewhat undervalued. But even so, despite that, it could be so massive. But even besides that point, we also take a look at use cases for the Render network. You know, it's even been alleged that it includes augmented reality, mixed reality, gaming, medical, and as well as virtual reality. So there's a lot of use cases. When it comes to Render, it's not some sort of like one-trick pony, if that makes sense. Now, here's the thing as well. Something that really gets me excited when it comes to its use cases is, for instance, gaming and as well as virtual reality, because I think there's a lot of potential here. Now, maybe the potential may not be as great as like an AI market, for instance, but it's still pretty amazing. You know, for instance, yet again, according to Grandview Research, because, you know, they like to predict things after all, according to them, again, the blockchain gaming market is predicted to be worth over $300 billion by 2030. I mean, that's crazy right there. I mean, man, that's bigger than some countries' GDP. Now, we also take a look at on the flip side, virtual reality. Now, this time it's actually according to the Insight Partners, not Grandview Research. But yeah, according to them, you know, the market size could be worth over $440 billion by 2030. So that's crazy right there. I mean, this is very ridiculous stuff. So when you take a look at Render, it's pretty much the complete project, right? A lot of substance, use case is fantastic, it's very diverse, and it's not a bad project. You know, it's not Kaka. Some other projects out there, like, for instance, Litecoin, you know, Luna Classic, I don't know why people even focus on that. Now, this is not financial advice, but still, you know what I mean? It's like, what's going on with that? But even besides that point, not too long ago, we also take a look at what happened when it comes to Render. You know, it was announced that the community voted to build the network on a new layer 1 blockchain, Solana. Now, previously, it was Ethereum, but I think you get why Solana is chosen. Now, in case someone doesn't, let me explain, because you take a look at, for instance, Solana, very low gas fees. It's very scalable. Now, what do people really like? Low gas fees again, and scalability. That is like the traits that really is lacking when it comes to Ethereum, because you take a look at Ethereum, sky-high gas fees. It's arguably not even scalable. I mean, this is complete nonsense in my opinion. I'm not saying that Ethereum is bad by any means, because it does have a lot of fans, there's a lot of projects, there's a lot of hype, you know, it's very amazing. Also, you take a look at the Ethereum ETF, that's massive for the whole crypto space overall. So I'm not necessarily saying that Ethereum is bad, but come on, its traits, you know, or should I say its characteristics, it's kind of fallen behind when it comes to the times. In 2018, it was acceptable, but as of right now, not really. And I think that when it comes to Solana, it's just a very amazing place to be for a project, for instance. So when people like to say that, yeah, Render, oh man, the Solana move, all this type of stuff, it's trash. But I disagree. I think it's actually very amazing. Solana, it may not have the hype or fans that an Ethereum has. I understand that. But Render is not a meme coin. If they're a meme coin, I get why they would be on Ethereum. But they're not. Again, they're an actual serious project. So if they're choosing some place that they think they're going to benefit from that in the future, I think it's a genius move at the end of the day. So with all that being said, again, with all those amazing factors, Render as my first price target at the price of $100 during this bull run, I don't see why not. Now, my second price target for Render is $125. Now, some people may think that this is crazy, but I don't, because if it were to go to that price, considering current circulating supply, market cap would be around $65 billion. I mean, come on. We've seen Dogecoin reach over $80 billion in market cap. We're not talking about crazy figures right here. If I'm saying that Render is going to go to like a $200 billion, a $300 billion market cap, then it's crazy. I mean, come on. But this right here is actually not too, ridiculous. At least that's the way I view it. And especially, again, when I consider just how special Render is, I just don't see why not. It's not like this market cap that's even defeating Dogecoin at its peak. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't think it's crazy. Now, my next and final price target for Render is $150. Now, some people may think, okay, why would you think that way? It's because I think that Render, first of all, again, its fundamentals are amazing. And second of all, the bullish factor is that this bull run could be so fantastic. Take into consideration how there's more cryptocurrency owners than ever before in history, by the way. According to Crypto.com research, there's over 600 million crypto owners, so over 500 million. You also take a look at the Bitcoin ETF, and also, like I mentioned before, the Ethereum ETF, and the number of institutional investors and enterprise adoption is just through the roof. So with all these amazing factors, I think this bull run could be so special. Now, it's going to take some time, though. It's not going to happen like tomorrow, depending on when you watch this video or whatever, but still, I don't think it's going to happen that soon because typically it takes some time. But can you imagine once Bitcoin goes to the price of $150,000, let's say? I mean, man, something like Render going to the price of $150, I just don't see why not. I don't think it'd be too crazy. And market cap, considering current circulating supply is around $78 billion, so it's not too bad. We've seen BNB reach over $100 billion in market cap. And I mean, come on, right? BNB. Also, again, Dogecoin reach over $80 billion, so it's actually not that bad. Now, here's the thing. Some people like to say that, oh yeah, when it comes to waiting for the peak of the bull run, it's going to happen in the next 4 years, whatever. No, that's not the case, because even historically speaking, at least this is just predicted to, it's just a hypothetical scenario. Again, based off history, usually altcoins, they peak around 18 months after a Bitcoin halving event. Now, the last Bitcoin halving event happened back in April, so 18 months from then is, of course, October of next year, 2025. Again, as a worst case based off of history. So that's why I tell this video 2025 price targets. Now, granted, could things happen a lot sooner? Yes. But I think if anything, from the sentiment that I'm seeing, it could very well happen sometime in 2025. So that's my focus. I think 2024 Render could do okay. And it's already done pretty well. It's one of the biggest projects out there pretty much. Market cap is over $2 billion. So it's not a small project by any means. But I still do believe that in 2025, it could really shine. Now, it's just a matter of time. But hey, I don't mind waiting, because if it's just around like 11 months from right now, let's say, because of course, again, October of next year as a worst case, it's okay, again, because a lot of people, they've been waiting ever since 2021. So it's not like too crazy. At least that's the way I take a look at it. And what is my buying strategy? My buying strategy is dollar cost averaging. So anytime an income, I'm acquiring, I'm holding, and I'm just waiting. That's it. It's so simple, really. It's like my hairstyle, by the way. I cut my own hair. That's how simple I like it to be, because a lot of people out there, they want to day trade, use leverage or swing trade, and that's really their choice. But to me, yeah, that's just not my vibe. I don't like doing that. You know what I mean? Much like my hairstyle. I used to have a hairstyle, and you can actually check it out in my earlier videos, but I was just like so tired. And I was like, oh man, of trying to go to the barber every month. I was like, it's not even worth it. You know what I mean? I have to drive there, and then it's going to take quite a while. It's like, yeah, I don't want to deal with that. Again, much like my hairstyle, it's very similar to my buying strategy, dollar cost averaging, very simple. Anytime I acquire income, again, I hold and I just wait. That's it. It's literally so simple. And of course, Render at the price of $150 during this bull run, that right there wouldn't surprise me whatsoever, because I think Render is that special. And I think this bull run could be so amazing. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's been Lee the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.